The Flying Bike Adventure. One time, in a little town where nothing strange ever happened, there lived a boy named Timmy who had a very strange bike. His bike, named Zoomy, wasn't just any ordinary bike, it could fly. The only problem was that Zoomy didn't fly very well. In fact, it flew only when it wanted to, and usually at the worst possible moments. One day, Timmy was riding Zoomy to school. It was a sunny day, and everything seemed normal, until Zoomy decided it was time for liftoff. Right as Timmy passed the park, whoosh, the bike shot up into the air like a rocket. Timmy screamed, "Not now, Zoomy!" But Zoomy didn't listen. The bike soared higher and higher, over the playground, over the ice cream truck, and even over old Mrs. Figgin's house, where her cat was sitting on the roof. The cat saw Timmy zooming by and nearly fell off in surprise. It had never seen a flying bike before, and honestly, neither had Timmy. "Oh no! I'm going to be late for math class," Timmy wailed. Just then, Zoomy made a sharp turn toward school. They zoomed above the traffic, dodged birds, and narrowly missed the town clock tower. As they approached the school, Zoomy suddenly started to wobble. "No, no, no! Not now!" Timmy shouted. But Zoomy didn't care. The bike began to descend in a spiral, straight into the playground. Timmy clutched the handlebars, bracing for impact. Bam! Zoomy landed right in the middle of the kickball game. The kids stopped, staring at Timmy, who was still clinging to his flying bike. "Cool bike," shouted Jimmy, the class show-off. Yeah. It's pretty cool," Timmy muttered, trying to play it off. That's when the principal, Mr. Grumpybottom, marched out onto the field. "No flying bikes in the schoolyard," he shouted. "Safety first." Zoomy, as if sensing the trouble, made a weird little noise and suddenly shot back into the sky, this time with Mr. Grumpybottom hanging onto the back wheel. The principal's hat flew off, and he flailed his arms in the air, yelling, "Timmy, you come back here this instant." Timmy couldn't believe his eyes. Zoomy soared higher and higher, and Mr. Grumpybottom was holding on for dear life, shouting all sorts of things about detention and school rules. But Zoomy didn't stop. They flew over the town, over the river, and even over the candy factory, where Timmy could smell chocolate wafting through the air. Eventually, Zoomy made a soft landing right back in front of Timmy's house. The bike gently lowered itself to the ground as if nothing had happened. Timmy hopped off and looked at Mr. Grumpybottom, who was now sitting on the lawn, dizzy and speechless. His suit was all wrinkled, and his face was as red as a tomato. So I'll just walk to school tomorrow?" Timmy said with a nervous grin. Mr. Grumpybottom, still too dizzy to speak, just nodded and stumbled away, mumbling something about no more flying bikes. From that day on, Timmy made sure to always keep one eye on Zoomy, and maybe ride the bus instead. And Zoomy? Well, it never stopped flying at random times, but that's a story for another day. The end.